Opening statement started today in the New York hush money trial for former President Donald Trump. Prosecutors say Trump schemed to illegally influence the 2016 presidential election by keeping negative stories about his personal life that could have hurt his campaign out of the public view.
He faces 34 felony counts of falsifying business records related to allegedly paying then lawyer Michael Cohen to squash a story that he had an affair with porn star Stormy Daniels.
And Trump has denied wrongdoing and has repeatedly called the criminal trial a witch hunt and election interference.
Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us once again. Khalif, some of the witnesses in this case, they're some of Trump's closest allies, and they already have cooperating agreements with the authorities here.
That's why this is such a weird case. But all of those places, in Georgia you have, cooperating witnesses. In Miami, in D.C., all of those cases, when you have multiple co-defendants, there's an opportunity for someone to decide, you know what, there's a better deal on that greener grass, and I'll walk that way. But this is a conspiracy. If you listen to what the prosecutor says, don't get disturbed or distracted by the glitz and glam of the names. But they said this is more than about hush money. The defendant, Donald Trump, orchestrated a criminal scheme to corrupt the 2016 presidential election. He covered up that conspiracy by lying to New York business records over and over and over again. Three-person conspiracy. The tabloid, Michael Cohen, and the president. They're creating that triangle. That conspiracy's out there. Whenever you have a conspiracy, if the other person believes they can get out of it by throwing you under the bus, they will.
Well, also, too, to important to point out to that point, he's not being charged with conspiracy.
He is not being charged with conspiracy. That is correct. But those other individuals, they are saying is the reason that he has furthered his influence, Michael Cohen, he'd already been convicted. So there was really no reason to say, we'll throw in another co-conspirator. But they allege that Michael Cohen, without him in the National Enquirer, there is no actual allegations for this to have taken place.
Which my question for you is, when we talk about these witnesses, how they're being painted. So you have Michael Cohen that's painted as, trying to get his revenge from Trump. You have Stormy Daniels painted as an opportunist. You have Hope Hicks, who's also going to be testifying in this case. How is this defense playing out? You're a defense attorney, so you know better to answer this question than you as to, is this going to work?
Well, you got to remember that the prosecutors have to be perfect. They need everyone to be on board that, yes, he did this. The defense only needs one person in that jury box to say, you know what, I believe there's reasonable doubt. Not some doubt, not a little bit of doubt, not, I think there's a potential doubt, but that reasonable doubt was not crossed. And because reasonable doubt wasn't crossed, I am going to find this defendant to be not guilty. And so you ask the question of, how do I think this plays? I think it plays well because I want to sow doubt just a little bit here, sprinkle a little bit of doubt there on these folks. They have shady past. They have, ulterior motives. They're saying these things because they're trying to save themselves. And all needs a little bit of doubt. And a little bit of doubt turns into a not guilty.
Court picks back up again tomorrow. We'll be all over it. All right. Thanks, Khalif.